making me see it. Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness turns tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tuning every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces turn stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hi, folks. Hey, everybody. Let's just say a prayer. Quick SOS prayer. Lord, help. I don't even know where to begin, yo. I don't even know where to begin. I know CMT, she sent me I want to thank her for sending me the stuff that she sent. This is one of those times you ask God why, you know. What is it? This is when you ask him why. I was reading some of you guys' messages and there was one particular person that he said, I guess he said he's gonna come on to this channel. He was one of the persons in my chat, and he said that that Mr. Faust is guilty, 100% guilty. And I asked him, would he be willing to come on my chat and tell me why does he feel that he's 100% guilty? There's a lot of things that happens in life, and you question God. You question God because you don't don't quite understand, and you try to figure it out. Try to figure it out. And I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I don't, because I just don't understand. I don't quite understand. I really don't. And it's not supposed to affect you that way because you're not part of the case. You know what I'm saying? But we're human, right? We're human. And you see, guilty on all 12 counts. Guilty on every single one of those counts. Guilty. On every single one of those counts. And they had, I don't know. I was all prepared with what CMT had for me. I was all prepared. All prepared. But I don't even know what to say tonight, y'all. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't I don't know. Thank you, Crime Junkie. Bless you for all that you do, Miss Sylvia. I am disappointed in this verdict. Thank you. And the thing is, y'all, I wasn't even myself. But you guys know the kind of person that I am. I'll come back and just tell you guys all kinds of stuff that's happening behind the scene. And I didn't even do that because I was trying to. This is a life. This is not, what are we having for lunch today? Are they going to pay for lunch? That's what the question was from the juror. Are they going to pay for the lunch? But it doesn't matter. You know why? Because it's a black man. He's a black man. He doesn't matter. It doesn't count. It doesn't count at all because he's just a regular black man. It doesn't matter.
Give me 1 minute and I'll show you how to fix it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The man could have the blood on his hand, and he can get off scot-free. I'm gonna play something for you guys of what one of the people in the that heard about the case said. Hold on a second. Play this for y'all. Thank you guys for the thank you, Miss Torres, for the cash app, the super chat. Thank you for your membership. Let me go ahead on and play this. Just a second.
And like that girl, she was overkill. Like one talk to them folks. Like I don't, but I believe y'all got the wrong man. I really. Nah. Now my kids, grandma, she mad. She like that messed up right there. Let's say something to him.
Huh?
Walk around here.
Can you hear?
I hear a mumbling. Nigga don't get away. He ain't finna get no fast trial. No, none of that. They finna have a jury rigged with ex-polices, DAs, lawyers. I went through it. They gave me 2 life sentences and 20 years. You see, I'm sitting there free, don't you? Did every day of my time. Got my clemency paper, time served. But I had to go to prison and spend 20 years in prison right here in Clark County, right here in Athens, Georgia. This Athens, Clark County. Ain't no black man. Just because his DNA was there, that don't mean he committed the murder. But this Athens, Clark County, I don't know how long y'all been in this town, but I was born and raised in Athens, Clark County. It's always been a racist ass town. If you're a black man committed to charged with any kind of crime, these pale faces here gonna convict you. They're gonna rig your jury, and they're gonna convict you. Ask me. My name's Joe Bradford. I'm king.
Joe, thank you.
Right here in Athens, Georgia. This Athens, Clark County. Ain't no black men, lawyers. I went through it. They gave me 2 life sentences and 20 years. You see, I'm sitting there free, don't you? Did every day of my time. Got my clemency paper, time served. But I had to go to prison and spend 20 years in prison right here in Clark County, right here in Athens, Georgia. This Athens, Clark County. Ain't no black man. Just because his DNA was there, that don't mean he committed the murder. But this Athens, Clark County, I don't know how long y'all been in this town, but I was born and raised in Athens, Clark County. It's always been a racist ass town. If you're a black man committed to charged with any kind of crime, these pale faces here gonna convict you. They're gonna rig your jury, and they're gonna convict you. Ask me. My name's Joe Bradford. I'm king.
Joe, thank you.
That kind of message is a whole bunch of messages of me talking to different people. They said the same thing, y'all. They said the same thing. They knew back then who did it, and they did nothing about it. Nothing. I'm going to put the link in there for a minute. I'm just trying to get my head together right now, y'all. I'm just going to put the link in here for a minute. What do they say? One person told me, let me see if I can reach him. One person told me back then, they said the pipes in the sink was taken out. They didn't let that come out. They said that, and who else would take the pipes out other than a plumber, right? They said there was a lot of things that they did not allow to come into the case, that when they were knocking on doors and things like that, they were asking all these questions of certain things that happened to that house. And the number one suspect at the time was Chris. The number one suspect was Chris. I saw the family cry, and they had so much police out there, y'all. They had so much. They thought it was going to be an outrage. They thought it was going to be chaos, and it wasn't. It was very peaceful. The moment I walked into that courtroom on Monday morning, I looked over at the jury. And remember what I said to you guys. Let me go unhide my video, because I hid the video, because when they told me that I couldn't say anything about the jurors, I hid my video. And then remember in my video, I talked about how there was 3 different jurors in there that I felt that they already had their mind made up. I said it from day one. Yes, I said it. Because when I walked in there, Miss Torres could verify, you said it from day one. I said it. When I looked at their faces, and then I saw the look that they had, and there was some that was not even, I was going to tell you guys everything that I saw in there, but I was stopped. And I was stopped for a reason. I was stopped because they had already did their homework on me, y'all. They had did their homework on me. That's why they brought up my past. Remember I told you guys? They brought up my past. Yeah, they said the pipes being taken out stopped from the water bursting out to pour out the stove fire. Yeah. They were watching. They were watching to make sure I didn't say anything, y'all. What? They talked about you or about no word salad? You didn't hear what they said about me? They told the judge about me? Mm-mm. And it was no accident that they put the juror's name out from the beginning. People knew who the jurors were that was deliberate. I can't even say the word right now. You said no, you knew. Oh, hey, welcome. They when I came in and I put in my rule 22, they mentioned me. Hold on a second. Let me see if I could pull it up. Just one second. Just a second. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to get it for you.
First of all, we are going to need jury instructions, jury charges from both parties. You can get those to Miss Ellis in by email form as soon as possible. I can certainly file them in open court if you want to hand us a copy, but she works.
Bruce was inquiring from me if I'd had an opportunity to review Mr. Faust's statement to law enforcement.
This is them looking me up. This is when they were looking me up.
All right, state care to be heard on this Rule 22 request.
This is them talking about me.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm just trying to identify, what news organization, if any, this person might be a part of. I could have just a moment.
Sure.
They're talking about me, y'all. I'm looking me up. This is when they shut me down. Because normally I would be the one, I would come in and tell you guys, I would be telling you guys exactly what the jurors are doing and things like that. So she made a ruling that I could not say anything about the jurors. But let me just finish. They brought up my past. Let me go ahead and play this. See, they reading about me. You see that, right? Watch what they say.
Your Honor, to the extent that we're interpreting this request as a request to bring additional recording items into the courtroom, we would object to that. There seems to, in other proceedings, been some disruptions associated with this particular individual, if it is in fact the same individual, including allegations of giving jurors during a different trial that she was attending nicknames on her video blog and some other things like that. That causes us some concern. Obviously, we haven't fully fleshed that out. But certainly, I don't see any reason to introduce any additional video and audio recording devices into the courtroom. The court has already determined that all recordings of that nature should come out of the pooled camera coverage of the court proceedings. So that'd be our position.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Cruz, do you have a position?
Yes, ma'am. I would just go off the honorable court's prior ruling. As the court is aware, I don't object to any media anymore. So I do want to be consistent across the board. I haven't looked them up. I do think if there are concerns that this individual has had prior disruptions in other proceedings, I do think it'd be prudent to give him or her the opportunity to discuss whether or not that is him or her. But otherwise, if this trial is obviously very public, more public than I'm sure a lot of us would like, but if she would like to bring recorded materials, I have no issues up to the honorable court's discretion.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. All right, so we are referring to Rule 22 request that came in today, and the representing firm is called Infamous Sylvia Media Services, LLC. Is somebody here representing that? Would you care? Yes, good afternoon. Would you care to be heard?
Yes.
And could you tell us your name and spell it for the record, please? Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's a good idea. If you'll come on up to the podium, if you don't mind, that would be best for Ms. Satterfield. Thank you. All right, if you'll start over, thank you.
My name is Sylvia, Sylvia, Tumusimi, Tumusime.
Okay, thank you very much. And ma'am, if you would like to be heard with regard to any of the comments the state or the defense made, you may be heard at this time.
Yes. As far as the nickname that was given during the YSL trial, the judge did give me some information on the proper way of doing things, and I end up staying even after the whole thing with the nicknames, which I corrected that. That has never been done. After that, I have done several other cases. I did the Diddy case in federal court. I've just completed another case with Brian Steele. So I am very, very much familiar. And also, I do work for other outlets. I'm independent, and sometimes I work for AJC. I may be able to, text them what's going on in the court. That's basically what I do.
All right, thank you.
And I'm not asking for, I want access to be able to get the feed as well. I'm not asking for me to be able to record myself. I'm just trying to get the feed to get people for that, and also be able to text the reporters that are outside.
Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying that.
Mhm.
All right. I appreciate that.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Anything else from the state or any questions you'd like to ask?
No, Judge.
All right. Mr. Cruz, anything else? All right. Thank you. All right. And tell me how to say your name again. I'm sorry. Tumusimi. Thank you, Ms. Tumusimi. So this is what I'm prepared to do with regard to your Rule 22 request. It is untimely with regard, just for the record, for tomorrow, but I'm going to allow it. Your request to be able to have pool access is granted. It would be, and I'll just make a finding with regard to Rule 22 D3, F2, and GI, D, E, F, and I, that having more cameras.
Did you hear? Just listen to what she says about the Rule 22. And this is what they were saying, that she was incorrect on the Rule 22. Hold on a second.
More recording devices and things of that nature in the courtroom would certainly be very disruptive, particularly in a courtroom of this size. It is our largest courtroom, but it is still not terribly big. And the one camera that is a pool for all of our media outlets seems to be the most appropriate source. So I will grant you access in that pool. And I have allowed all media to have their cell phones, not to take pictures, with the exception of the Red and Black and with the exception of the Athens Banner Herald, because they don't have any other sources. But for texting purposes to your media outlet, I certainly will give you that same access as other media outlets. I would ask that you make sure you familiarize yourself with the Rule 22 that's in place, of course, not to certainly identify any jurors, not to make sure that you don't inadvertently identify any of the jurors coming and going, and that you do not report on this defendant whether he is not at liberty. That is, the Rule 22 prevents all of that. And I appreciate your participation in all of that. I'll let you certainly contact the rest of the media outlets to determine how to access that pool, but I will grant you that request. All right. Thank you.
I'd like to add something to that. Autopsy photos of Mr. Baker.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Cruz. And of course, not broadcasting any photographs of the autopsy. Those photographs have already been tendered. We have gone through some of that, those witnesses, but certainly that is part of the Rule 22. I do want to say something, and thank you for reminding me. It is not acceptable for any party, whether it's media or persons, to actually participate in the live stream from the courtroom. It is not allowed for any media person to be commenting on live stream in the courtroom or for any other persons to do so. The reasons for that are many, but very particularly participating in live stream comments and blogs of that nature during the trial in the courtroom has not only an impact upon the integrity and dignity of the court, which is 22G1D. It has a significant impact on the administration of the court, which is 22G1E. And it is certainly participating in the live stream and comments of the live stream during court proceedings, according again to 22GIF, has an impact upon due process and the truth-finding function of this judicial.
Okay, the reason why I played that is because I think someone said this was their first time in here, and they didn't know anything about what the judge had said to me. Did that answer your question? No word salad. Did that answer your question? Was that helpful? Okay, I'm going to put the link in here for Dwight. No, was it Dwight? Who is the person that said that he was found guilty? Who is the person? Well, see what happened, no word salad. She kind of put a halt because I was given information about, what was happening in the courtroom, because I had said some of the jurors were taking notes and some wasn't taking notes. And I made a comment about one juror. What did I say? I didn't give no name. I didn't give any identifying factor or anything like that. But she basically put a stop on me saying anything about the juror. Anything. And then I had checked with other reporters, and they said that's not cool because you're supposed to be reporting on what you see in the courtroom. You don't give identifying factors of any of them. You don't give, the race or color or anything like that. But if you're saying something in general, I'm supposed to be able to tell what's happening inside the courtroom. It's just like any of you guys walking inside the courtroom, you can see everything that's happening without knowing the juror's name and things like that. And so they stopped me from saying anything about the juror. Yeah, I said one of the jurors pro-state. Thank you, Nicole. That's what I had said that day. And so after she made a comment the next day about saying something about the jurors, then that's when I stopped saying anything. I just stopped, which caused me not to really be reporting like I normally would, and because I felt that I was handcuffed to not being able to speak. Use the First Amendment, and I was not able to do that. Freedom of the press and also freedom of speech. And I was not able to do that. My hands was tied. Let me put the link in here. John, where are you? John, come on up. I want to hear why you say that he was 100% guilty. I've just put the link in. And anybody else that want to talk about this, you could come on in. John Gray, hit the link. Is he still in here? He said he was going to come up. Thank you, Dwight. John, is John still in here? Did he leave? Click the link, John. You said you would come up. Click the link. Yeah, I need my head dyed. How in the world did we miss this? I do not remember seeing this. You didn't see it? Yeah, it was on the day I got there. It was the day I got there. They did that. They stopped me from talking about it. Where is John? You didn't see its success either? This was BS. They didn't understand the DNA. What happened to John? I thought he was going to come up. He promised he was going to come up. Was it John on my own thing? Hold on a second. Let me see who it was. He's not going to come? Thank you, Naughty Lynn, for the Zelle. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. A lot of people are missing the fact that the state misled the jury with the DNA. They only had partial profile when they said it matched Faust. Partial profile could match multiple people. I had John Gray block years. He's always in these trials saying the same tired SHIT. The verdict had me tears. We watched Faust get railroad in real time. Yeah, we did. I don't believe the boyfriend at all. Nothing he said. Yep. I've seen him in his BS before. Oh, guys, what do we do from here? What do we do? I mean, what's the purpose of watching these cases and all we do is just get upset? I mean, what do we do? What do we do? Tell me, y'all. What do we do? This is not entertainment for me at all. It might be entertainment for some people, but sitting in this courtroom all day long, it's not entertainment. It's not entertainment. This is real life. People are really going to jail for life. Yeah, this is why I hate verdicts. They make me ill. I can't watch Thursday. Keep fighting. We keep fighting. I'm not upset. I think the jurors got it right. Jalen, you said the juror got it right. Come on up, Jalen. Jalen, come on up. Tell us why you think the juror got it right. Did you hear clearly when Chris said to testify? Chris was testifying going to ID terror. Yeah. CMT, I have no freaking clue. This one hits hard. Most don't want to watch a trial anymore. I know this was extremely sad. We have to bear witness to injustice and bring awareness and hopefully change and educate. Amber says we get behind whomever does his appeal. We don't stop speaking false name. Amen. I think they focus on his DNA being preset, but he said he had never been around her. That's that man's life is gone as we know it. Yeah. The DNA told me everything. I knew the jury was off when they asked to see Edrick interview 20 plus years. Jurors definitely got it wrong. Tammy says every trial I've ever watched, someone has fed us information about the jury. This is insane. Yeah, they stopped me from saying anything. The DNA was Melton's, and then they didn't. Okay, Jalen, I need somebody who's saying that the DNA is that they agree with the verdict of the guilty verdict, and because of the DNA. And I just want to know why. The defense should have focus. The defense should have focus on the DNA. That's what I was waiting on. I think the DNA. I think they just used DNA, but DNA was a very broad term and specific to the they type. I just want to know why Jalen thinks that because with everything that was talked about at the trial, as far as everything that happened, the setting of the fire, the taking out the knobs, the sink stuff. Well, the sink stuff they didn't talk about that there, but it was in the investigation. The wiping out the sink and the windows, the door, cleaning up. Why would you say that they got it right? I don't get it. Because DNA just tells you that the person was with that person. It doesn't tell you that this person killed the person. See, that's why I don't understand. No forced entry. Exactly. I can't imagine how Crew feels. He didn't feel good at all. And then you know what really got me? The jurors did not want to talk to him. The jurors refused to talk to him. Most jurors, like even the one that I did. Remember the one I did in down South Georgia? The jurors found the lady guilty, but they told the defense team why they leaned towards the guilty verdict, why they went to the guilty verdict, and they did not want to talk to him. They did not want to talk to him at all. They didn't talk to him at all. So that's kind of weird. Why would the jurors not want to talk to him? Why would the jurors not want to talk to him? That is the weirdest thing. Oh my God, the jurors' names are out. No way. Hey, I'm new. Melanie Little told me her chat about you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I think Cruz was exceptional in his closing. Yeah, he was. Thank you for trying to cover the case and doing everything you could to get the word out. 2 African American, yeah, it didn't matter. Skin folks ain't always kin folks, you know that, right? Caucasian hair found on and around Tara's body and other profile pointed to the ex-boyfriend Chris Melton and for some. Why do you think the jury dismissed the alternate theory completely? What restaurant didn't properly clean utensils and something like that? This DNA could came from multiple places if it was really even in her mouth. You know what? I didn't think about that. I didn't even think about that. The utensils, the restaurants not cleaning utensils properly. I didn't think about that. You know that? You're right. You are absolutely right. Can't try to get a new trial out of Athen while he's appealing it. I agree. They knew they were wrong, couldn't face him. Jury got it wrong. This was heartbreaking, and anybody that think the state proved the case, it must be on a different case. Well, we got 2 people think that they I'm looking for John and Jalen, and I wanted Jalen to come up. Let's get it. This dude appeal. Hi, the state didn't explain how Faust allegedly got into the house and why was not the fingerprint on it of his, and even why he would feel that comfortable in random person house. Chat, for those convinced Faust is innocent, what one piece of evidence of trial convinced you the jury is wrong and appeal should be successful? An appeal is going to take so long. It is. It's going to take a long time. I was looking for a trial to watch, and I happened upon this one, day one. I saw DNA on cold case, and I thought, great, long-awaited justice for victim family. I did a 180 and learned so much this trial. Yeah. The jury was misled with the DNA evidence that weren't able to clear on how it was found in her. I think once you say DNA and twist it up the way they did, to boot, juries have no logic. It's crapshoot. You get a pushy person in there. John got ghosts. Exactly, I did. I'm waiting for Jalen to give me her viewpoint. Jalen, where are you? You said you agree with the jury, right? Oh yes, Jody. Yes, there plenty time I went to a restaurant. I see somebody's lipstick on the cup. Yes, 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 yes. I have seen that, and I'm like, this cup is dirty. Can you give me another cup? Yes, 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 yes. That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. Oh my gosh. Yes. Keo, yes. There was some juries that was convinced to switch their vote. I saw it. I saw it in the face. I saw it. Yes. His DNA didn't match. They set it up from there. Hence why her DNA wasn't in the sample. Shock and just emotionally drained. Yep. Hi, Mr. 444 Smile. The DNA was in her mouth. And wasn't Tara at the restaurant when they wanted to call the witness, but the state decided not to call her because she said her testimony would be hearsay? If the DNA in this trial convinced you, then you don't understand DNA at all. The profile is this case that was degraded and only a partial profile. It could have been thousands of match. I think the swab was from his arrest. Yeah, it was a few weeks after. That is why there was 2 labels, oral and Tara. Wasn't in the swab. And I think when they reorganized, they messed that up. Wow. So they both went to a Mexican restaurant. That's likely how the DNA was mixed up. Y'all broke the case. I thought they slept together. I thought the same thing too. Sex bone. CMT, the reason he didn't look shocked or emotional was because he figured it was going to come down to this way. I'm sick, and though I'm shocked and emotional. Jalen, you tell us you are the one that was so convinced by the DNA. Yeah, Jalen, where's Jalen at? Jalen, where are you? Then the defense did an injustice. I didn't hear them talk about that. You didn't hear them talk about what? Jalen, come on up. Jalen, don't be scared. Now, Sexy Brown, that comment made me raise my eyebrow. Come on now. Come on, Jalen. You need to come on up here because, Jalen, you're going to have to come up by yourself because John left you. So you said you believe. Just click the link. Just the link that I just put in there. Just click it. Click it on your phone. But you know, how many of us probably have somebody else's DNA on us right now and we don't even know it? How many of us like that? That's, you know what I mean? We go to restaurants all the time. We always touching dirty glasses. We always touch another thing. We could have somebody's DNA on us right now and we don't even know it. Okay, Jalen, you're gonna have to your equipment is saying device not connected. You gotta do it through she must be on the iPhone. You gotta do it from Series or which way she when you're on iPhone, y'all. How do you get through again? You gotta copy the link and put it into Chrome. That's how you do it. Oh, there you go, Danny. There you go, Danny. Danny is the other one. Danny, come on in. Hit the link, Danny. There you go, Danny, y'all. That's who I've been looking for. Danny, hit the link. Hey, Danny, hit the link. Danny, hit the link, Danny. I've been waiting on Danny. Danny's the one I was looking for today. Come on, Danny. There go Danny. Come on, Danny. Jalen's still trying to get in. Jalen, copy the link and put it in Google. That's how you can come up. I'm going to boot you out, Jalen, and try it again. Danny, hit the link, Danny. I need you to hit the link. Danny is the one that said it was 100% guilty. My husband would deploy all around the world, find my hair and everything he wore. DNA's everywhere. Are you crazy? Give grit and grace. Yeah, Safari. Jalen, copy it and put it in Safari and Okay, Danny, come on now. Why are you scared? Come on. You said you would come up, Danny. Oh, Jalen's still trying to come up. Jalen, you gotta copy it and put it in Safari to come up. Isn't it strange how all the ones that says that he's guilty cannot hit the link? You're welcome, Susie Q. Isn't it, Hawk? Isn't that weird? I just put the link. Danny, just hit the link. I put it in there. You see the link right underneath your what link? Hit the link, Danny. Danny, hit the link. And Jalen's still trying to get in. Jalen is still trying to get in. Oh, guys, Jalen, come on. Jalen. You know what? Just call me on the phone. Jalen, just call me on the phone. 770-856-3091. Just call on the phone. Just call on the phone, y'all. Just call on the phone. Because I want to hear what y'all got to say. Let me remove myself from being hold on a second. Let me remove my do not disturb. Hold on. Hold on. All right, go ahead now. Call. Call. It says busy. No, call now. Call now. Yeah, you got Danny's playing games because my phone is not busy. Stop it. 856-3091. Call. He didn't download numbers. Tell me I was busy. He's lying. Jalen, call. One of y'all call. Somebody call. They're not calling. They're not calling, Matthew. They're not calling. I mean, Danny, John.
Unknown caller.
Hello. Hello.
This is Jalen.
Hey, Jalen. How are you?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Good. Hold on. Go ahead. Why do you believe that the guilty verdict is warranted?
Because of the DNA.
Okay. What about the DNA?
From the very beginning of the case, when I found out it was DNA involved, and once the defense didn't do their closing to talk about how that DNA got there or how it could have gotten there, I didn't waver. It was guilty for me. So
how is it guilty? Wait a minute, just because of DNA that's saying the person murdered the person?
How else would it have gotten there? If he's saying he didn't know her.
But it was in her mouth. It wasn't even in her house.
Okay, then the defense should have told me how it could have gotten in her mouth.
Well, somebody just talked about the restaurant. They met at the restaurant, and the Mexican.
Now, if the defense would have talked about that, maybe
But the judge didn't allow them to talk about that because he had a witness that he was gonna bring. Their judge didn't allow it.
They could have put it in their closing arguments. They could have put it in their opening arguments. I didn't hear anything about it. And once I heard anything about DNA, whether right or wrong.
But she forbid him. She forbid him. In fact, he got one of the things when he started talking about her relationship at the restaurant, he got fined for $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't want to bring her sex life involved in it. That's what the judge ruled it out.
Okay, so that was it for me. That was it for me because even with the closing arguments and the opening arguments, they could have put it in there. But you got to understand the judge in his opening argument, the judge gave him a $1,000 fine for saying something about it. Okay, so did the jury know that?
Yeah, I mean, well, I wasn't there, so I don't know if the jury was inside the room there at that time. I wasn't there the first day. I wasn't there.
Okay, so
did the state tell how the DNA got there?
No.
So, but you okay with the state saying what? But her boyfriend DNA was all over the place too, and he said, yeah, but he said he had not had sex with her.
But I would expect his DNA to be there.
You sound just like the state.
I would not expect his DNA to be anywhere. And so for me to find him not guilty, the defense would have to tell me how, in fact, his DNA got there.
But but we gotta remember, the defense does not have to tell you that.
Okay, then he's guilty.
So
then he's guilty.
There's no reasonable doubt. So that what you say doesn't
make reasonable doubt for me.
That doesn't make sense. So that means everybody is guilty of everything, even if they weren't there. That's what you're saying.
If you went and robbed the bank, if someone said, okay, Sylvia went and robbed the bank, and your DNA was there, but you say you were not there. You were there.
No, it was in her mouth. It wasn't in her house. His DNA was not in her house.
It was in her mouth.
That means she could be outside someplace and it got in her mouth. She could have had a kiss with him outside. She could have kissed him at the restaurant.
But he said he didn't know the lady. Okay, so how many times do you kiss somebody you don't know?
But did you hear people also said that in a restaurant, they don't wash the cups good and the person's DNA is on the cup and you put your mouth on that cup?
Okay, the defense didn't say that.
But I mean, oh my God. The defense has to say that?
I don't kiss people I don't know. I don't kiss people
But the cup, you spoon when you put in your mouth, the restaurant didn't wash it well. The person's DNA is on there.
But Sylvia,
no,
that was a good point.
Huh?
That was a good point. That was an excellent point. But the defense did not bring that up for me to think in my mind, okay, that's a good point.
But you would automatically vote guilty just from that.
If that would have been brought up, I probably would have been swayed maybe 20 or 30%. The defense should have focused on that DNA because that was the only thing the state had. They didn't have anything else.
Did you hear his closing argument?
I did. I was not swayed.
Okay, then how did the house get locked up then?
I don't know anything about the house. All I know is the DNA.
No, but the house. Okay, okay. You gonna say he burned the house? You gonna say he locked the door? You gonna say he set the house on fire? Where's his DNA in the house for all that to happen?
His DNA was in her mouth.
Are you listening to me? I said the house. There was arson. There was arson. Listen, there was arson, right? An arson, there has to be DNA in the house for somebody to set the place on fire. The knobs and all that. How?
Right.
Why there was no?
If he had gloves or whatnot on, you was not gonna get DNA.
Okay, what about?
Tell me how his DNA got in her mouth.
What about the sodomy? Sodomy. How did her anal have sex in her anal then? There was no DNA on the outside of her body at all.
Sylvia, tell me how that DNA got in her mouth.
I just told you an example. I gave you an example.
Not from what someone said today.
I'm telling you. I'm giving you an example. I just gave you an example.
From what the defense said, how did that DNA get in her mouth? Okay, the defense didn't give me that example.
No, the defense didn't give any. The defense doesn't have to.
They do.
Well, the state should the state should tell you the state should tell you the same thing too. How did it get in her mouth?
The state didn't have to tell me.
Yes,
the defense had to tell me.
No, the state had to tell you because it was their case to bring to you. They have to tell you how did it get into their mouth.
Okay, well, I didn't see it that way. And if I was a juror, based on what the information was provided, I would have said guilty. But not only that.
But the burden of proof is on the state. They have to tell you how it got in her mouth.
I understand what you're saying.
But that's law.
I totally understand what you're saying, and I totally understand what is law. But as a juror, if I'm sitting there, I got that DNA on my mind, and that's what's been on my mind because I've been driving, because I've been working, and I've been listening to your commentary, and I've been listening to the trial. And the whole time I've been waiting to hear something about the DNA.
But see, here's the thing. See, that's the thing that you're mixed up with the whole thing. Right. The burden of proof is on the state. Period. The state has to prove to me. Listen, this is what the law is. But for some strange reason, jurors get that mixed up. It is the burden of proof is on the state. They have to prove to me that this man is the man that did it. So what? The DNA is in mouth. How did he get to the house? How did he rape her? Where's the evidence? That's what you got to prove to me. The burden of it, but they doing it the opposite way. They saying he's guilty without being proven innocent, without being innocent. Okay, so you're saying the same thing that.
I'm not saying he's guilty.
You are.
I'm saying that. Tell me where that DNA came from.
That the state is supposed to tell you how that DNA got in there. That is their burden of proof. They have to prove to me because right now he is innocent. Right? You got to prove to me how this man's DNA got in this woman's mouth. You haven't told me how this happened. You just told me it's there. You're supposed to give, huh?
Absolutely. I'm just like all the jurors. And I can't get around that DNA. I just can't. But I couldn't get around the DNA from the beginning of the trial. When I heard about that DNA, he was already guilty in my mind, whether right or wrong.
That he wasn't guilty to me, but he was. But see, then you're not following the law. Then you're not following the law of innocent until proven guilty. You're not following it.
Okay.
You're only focusing on DNA. I mean, DNA is everywhere. You get what I'm saying? It's everywhere.
I understand what you're saying.
You go to the restaurant right now, you will have somebody's DNA on you.
I understand, but the points you're making, they're not the points that the defense made.
But the defense didn't have to make those points.
But they did to the jurors.
But I'm saying, okay.
And they did to me. Because to me,
but then you're not doing your job as a juror. You're not doing your job. Your job as a juror.
But I'm human.
Yeah, but then that's why we got a whole bunch of innocent people in jail right now, because the jurors are doing things of human and they siding on one thing. The judge said, do not side, do not empathize with this person, do not sympathize with them. And what do? Y'all do it anyway. And that's not fair. And you're not following the law.
1,000%.
No?
I agree. And I agree it probably isn't fair, but I'm telling you what I went by.
Now I see why they said it. Now I see why people say it. They'd rather be carried out by 6 than be judged by 12.
I want to know where that DNA came from. Tell me how that
But you don't know how it got there. I mean,
the defense would have came in and said, okay, a restaurant, whatever. Then I would have been like, okay.
But the judge would not let him bring the restaurant in there. She would not. She forbid him.
But he could have brought it in.
He could not. The opening argument. Oh my God, you're not listening, Jalen. You're not listening. That's how he got a $1,000 fine. Because he did something the judge said not to do in his opening argument.
So you saying he couldn't put it into his closing argument?
If he couldn't put it in his opening, he definitely can't put it in his closing.
Okay, then if he couldn't do that, how would you expect the jurors to know that?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, Jalen, I give up. I give up. I give up.
Don't give up.
I give up because, and you know, the funny thing is they're a juror just like you, because there was 12 of them today like you.
Exactly.
There was 12 of them today like you. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yes, ma'am. Stop calling. What do you want?
Why is he on the call?
Okay, Jalen, SSS want to say something to you. She kept calling.
Okay, Jalen, I want to know, okay, so what you want is an argument that was actually presented in court that to try to convince you. So what about the pubic hair that she had of Melton still on her, but they say that she had just showered, and he said he hadn't seen her in 5 to 10 days. So how did his pubic hair end up on her? Okay. So with the pubic hair, being that they were a couple, and being that he was always in the home, a pubic hair could have been on the towel, a pubic hair could have been inside the shower, a pubic hair could have been on the toilet, a pubic hair.
But it was on her butt. It was on her butt.
Okay, a pubic hair could have been in the shower that stuck to her butt when she got in the shower. Okay, because he had been in her home forever. I didn't find that. I expected.
So what about cleaning? So that means her shower hadn't been cleaned for 5 to 10 days. Her bed, nothing had been cleaned for 5 to 10 days.
Okay, how many people do we know that don't clean their shower? It's fine. I
know nobody. I hope none of us know anybody like that.
even the water, just the water running. But if she took a shower, that means she didn't sit in the tub. If it was a shower, she didn't sit in the tub. So,
but a lot of people don't.
And so coincidentally, you also had his semen inside of your anus, where the pubic hair was. So explain that. For 5 to 10 days, how? So pubic hair and semen in the anus?
this is the thing. I can't explain that. You're right.
That's reasonable doubt.
But I also can't explain how someone you do not know, how their DNA ends up inside of your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
So that's, if you can't explain it, it's reasonable doubt.
I can agree with you that they did not cover the part about how the DNA got inside of her mouth. They did not cover because the defense was handcuffed and could not cover that. So, to your point, no, that was not covered. However, the state still did not prove it. Proved how or disprove that it wasn't Nelson. They did
I totally understand what you're saying.
Jalen, if you don't change that fire alarm, I'm gonna get you.
Let me tell you something. I need a big, tall ladder. And if somebody got one, please let me know.
That DNA of that fire alarm.
It was the DNA for me. That was it. And I agree. There's other points to it, but once I looked at everything, I'm like, okay, it's still the DNA. I just expected more for the defense to tell me more. And I understand that they get fined. Sometimes you got to do like Steele did, and you take that damn fine. Take the fine for your defendant because you know you're doing the right thing.
Okay, so you're saying your question is why not him? His DNA was there, so why not Faust? Well, why?
Tell me how it got there. Yes,
but why not Nelson?
Because he's not on trial.
Right. Not just that, because that's the boyfriend, right?
That creates reasonable doubt. Why not when you have all this?
I expect his DNA to be all over the place.
But not all over her. If
yes.
And
yes,
it shouldn't live past, 3 days?
Yeah, but they also said sperm shouldn't live past the time that it lived and it did.
That's because he had sex with her before the night that she was killed. That's why.
But his sperm appeared. His sperm appeared. So timing doesn't mean anything to me. I expect that boyfriend DNA to be all over the house because if I go by anything that I experienced with anybody I've dated, they've been all over the house.
Okay.
Now, if that DNA would not have been present, then I would be saying, okay, let's look at the boyfriend. But that DNA is present of somebody you don't know. Now, if they would have brought in and said something about a restaurant, that would have changed my mind.
But he couldn't say anything about the restaurant. He couldn't talk about her relationships.
I understand what you're saying. He should have taken that fine.
He did take the fine. He took the fine. He going to take another one?
Yes, take another one. That's for your defendant. Yeah.
If the jury, let's say, I don't know, if the jury wasn't present, what good is it to keep taking a fine if the jury isn't hearing your
right? That's what I'm saying. In front of the jury, if he would have taken the fine, if he would have went on and said it, if it was for my case, and I'm fighting for my defendant, I'm gonna take that fine and I'm gonna say it. And the jury is going to have to do what she need to do because the jury is going to hear what they hear.
You're saying plant the seed in their head. It's going to be out there too. It's going to be fine, but at least you got it out.
At least he got it out. And that would have did it for me. Because I didn't think about that until the person said it on Sylvia's page. I was like, okay, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. And if that would have been raised during the trial, that's all I would have needed right there. That would have been not guilty. That's it. It would have been not guilty.
All right. There's other people trying to get in. Bye, Jalen. Get off my phone now.
I love you, Sylvia.
Get off my phone. I ain't talking to you no more. Bye. Bye. Next, Danny. Call the phone number, kid Danny. I'm hanging up on everybody. Danny, I'm waiting on you. Danny, call. I'm waiting on you. Who else want to call? Bailey, come on. Somebody call. Who else want to call? I want those who believe that the DNA did it for them. The DNA did it for them. Call in. Sure, Bank B1. Call. Somebody said get Liz on the phone. Liz was so happy today. Liz was not happy when they got doing the verdict thing. I mean, when they were my thing is, how did they get guilty on everything? I don't get it. Guilty on everything. Everything. I would have brought up an expert to say about how incorrect in DNA could have been. I would have brought another expert in. That's what I would have brought. If he's guilty, one. Yeah. He said there's no signal. Danny's full of it. Danny's full of crap. Danny, call. Don't be scared. See, Jalen wasn't scared. Call, Danny. Stop being punk. Don't be scared, Danny. Call. Danny's a scaredy cat. Does Fault have money for expert? They had a black man on the juror. There was a black man on the juror. One black man and one black woman. They had pizza. Yeah, they had pizza. Not the jury. Jury had Chick-fil-A. You don't have... You crazy. Danny, CMT said you don't have service in the basement. I wonder what the mom said before sentencing. Well, they're gonna have the impact statement on Thursday. Guys, come on now. I opened up. Look, I gave y'all links. I gave you a phone number. I gave you access to get in here. Oh, Michael said something really good. Thank you, Michael. Michael Rudolph said, a convicted criminal loses the right of the benefit of doubt. I agree on that one. I agree on that one. I think the juror wanted an explanation why Edrick DNA was there. They couldn't get over that. Great answer on that one, too. The boyfriend is most likely to do it, but it wasn't on trial. He wasn't on trial. It's a shame. So now the politicians are sucking it up, trying to get a bravo, and they got it because they made sure. Yeah. We wouldn't have been found guilty. He wouldn't have found guilty of one, and not all, unless there was a coke defendant. You like my hair too? You like my hair? My hair's a hot mess. I'm getting ready to color it, cut it back down, and color it. Cause look at it, the gray's coming through. Oh, let me stop. See, Danny, cause you got me. See, Danny trying to change the topic, y'all. Danny trying to change the topic. How did the family react? The family cried. The family cried. The family cried. I don't know if they feel they got justice, but they cried. We see who did not pay attention during trial for your caller to say the DNA. Jalen, they said you wasn't paying attention. Jalen, they say you wasn't paying attention. They say you flunked the class. Hey, Gloria.
Hey, hey, Miss Sylvia.
Hey, turn your thing down in the background.
Uh, there we go.
Okay.
Miss Sylvia.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not gonna be on here like I was the last time. But my thing is,
Oh no, Gloria, don't come. You know what? I'm not supposed to let you up here because I'm mad with you. Why
don't
I
be
let
mad
Gloria?
at me.
I had Glory. I thought it was another Glory. Let me get her off. Let me boot her off, y'all.
Don't be mad, Miss Sylvia.
Gloria got on my nerve
But
yesterday, y'all.
I'm sorry. But my thing is, his DNA could have gotten mixed up some kind of way because it does happen. And I really believe that after all these years and all of a sudden his DNA pops up, I
Mm-hmm.
believe they planted it because there's no way Chris' DNA is in her mouth and her anus. And it's supposed to be in there because he's her boyfriend, but she had broken up with him and he hadn't seen her in over 10 days. And then he was on the stand and he said he didn't want to go in the house and see the destruction that he caused.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe Edrick did it at all. They never showed him a picture. They railroaded him in the investigation. That's my point.
Okay.
So, and Jalen, I pray that she will never be on anyone's trial because if she
We're
was,
kicking you off.
you'll
If
be
we find out
guilty.
she on anybody's jury, we're gonna make sure we call that court. Say, get her off. She get her off now. They're not gonna have a
She
fair trial.
she don't know what reasonable doubt is, and she really don't know the law because it is the state's burden to prove.
Well, the juror that did this is part of Jalen crew.
Yeah,
Part of Jalen
you're
crew.
right about you're right about that. But I'm not gonna stay on here long. I'm gonna give someone else another chance.
Okay, Tyler's coming up. Hey, Tyler.
Hey Sylvia, hey chat.
Hey.
Okay, I have to relax, relate, release. And I say this with all due respect. Jalen, you were so wrong on all accounts because you obviously did not listen to what was going on or only heard part of the case and what was going on.
But
And for
Jalen
her
is
to
thinking the
say,
same.
I'm
No,
human, I made a mistake.
but she's thinking just like the
Can you
jurors.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. She's thinking
Oh,
just
I
like the
can't hear
jurors.
you.
Oh Lord, she can't hear me, y'all.
Can you hear me? Oh,
Turn your
I
volume
need
up.
to
Turn your volume up.
I can't hear my volume.
Turn your
My volume
volume up.
is up.
Turn it up. That's what happened to
It's
me yesterday.
I can't hear you. Oh my, I can't hear you at all. Do you want me to call in on the phone?
No,
Call in?
no, just talk.
Keep
Talk.
keep talking. Okay. I'm gonna keep talking. Okay. So, let me hide myself. So, with all due respect, for her to make the statement stating that I'm human, um, oh, well, that's somebody's life. That's somebody's brother, father, sister that you're just like being so lackadaisy about. And I'm just learning the law from the YSL trial, but what she was saying was it just breaks my heart. It makes me want to clutch my pearls that she's just like, oh, well, I didn't hear that. Oh, I didn't hear that. Really? Like, that's what we doing now? If she could see the look on that man's face when he turned around and looked at his family, the fact that the police in Athens, Clark County could not wait till we all left. They're ringing those darn shackles. They're handcuffing this man. It's like inhumane to do this, and it comes out to be racist. Here you are, you making him open his legs, shackling his feet, shackling his, putting him up with the handcuffs, and then let him walk out just so Tara's family, rest in peace, Tara, family can see what's going on. When I say you have to be there to understand what's going on and see the hurt from both sides, you have to. So, Jalen, with all due respect, you're wrong, and you need to go back and watch this trial, see what's going on, see what Sylvia is talking about in regards to the $1,000 contempt or whatever the term is that Cruz got to see why certain information was not able to be brought in. And that's all I have to say. Toodles.
All right, Dom, your turn.
Hang me up, Sylvia, please.
Dom, your turn. Dom, mute. You're muted.
What's up, Sylvia? How's it
What's up,
going,
Dom?
y'all?
How are
You
you?
can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
I don't
Hold up.
understand
Let
what's
me
up
let
with
me
you
redo
today.
it. Hold on. Damn.
Why they can't hear me, y'all? Something's up with StreamYard. Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
All right, good job.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
How's it going, Sylvia? Just
Great.
talk away. Y'all crazy.
How are you?
Say something, Sylvia. I want to see if I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
You just heard me a few minutes ago.
Are you muted?
No.
What the hell? Hold up. Say something now.
Something
You
now.
got to be playing with me. You got to be muted, Sylvia.
I'm not muted.
Okay, can people in the chat hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear
CMT, how'd
you.
you know?
We can hear you.
CMT, how did you know? Yeah, I can't hear you, Sylvia. Hold on. I'm gonna try it one more time. Because at first I heard you at first, and then it dropped away. I'm gonna try to do it one more time.
All right, hold on. Hey, Jay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jay.
All right, man. So
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna kick Dom off, and then you come back. He come back. Go ahead, Jay.
For the first lady that was on here that was saying that Cruz should have just said it and took another fine, Cruz could actually lose his bar card, so he shouldn't do that, right? Then I was reading online that the stuff Cruz was trying to get in is linked to Governor Gaines, not Governor, the Representative Gaines. Did you see him there?
No, I didn't see him.
Now I can't hear you no more.
Okay, what happened is when I bring somebody in, it doesn't bring it. Okay, I'm gonna kick him out.
I can't even hear him. How the hell I
Hold
get
on, hold on.
I can hear you now.
Kick me off. I can't hear.
Okay. Okay, I only could bring one person up at a time, y'all. So okay, let's do this again. Let's see, one person at a time. StreamYard is messing up badly. All right, here come Dom. All right, Dom, can you hear me?
Sylvia, I think you playing with me at this
I'm not
point.
playing with you. It's the
You
thing
not?
that
Okay, because
no.
I can hear you. At first I couldn't.
Okay,
And then it was
hurry up,
instantly, but yeah.
hurry up and talk because if the other person come in, it's going to knock you out for some strange reason.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just be honest. I didn't really get to watch the whole thing. I just saw the verdict of it. And it's just a sad situation. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm gonna have to like really do a dive on it and then come back and really give my thoughts on it. But I just wanted to say that you're doing a great job. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Just being a fan of yours and a friend and
You've been
just
a
being
friend a
around.
long time. You've been
Yeah,
around
that's what I'm
me
saying.
a long
I've
time.
known you since 2019. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I see that the work that you're putting in and you're not just covering, you know, random celebrities or, you know, whatever. You're covering high profile cases. And I heard about this one come across my feed and I thought, wow, that's crazy. And, you know, I saw the interrogation. I did see that part. And he was like, for murder? He was like, he couldn't believe it because of all the years later and whatnot. But so I have to really see the evidence and whatnot. But, yeah, I just wanted to come up and say that you're doing a great job and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Dom. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No
Dom is
worries.
the person that bought my first, you know, the charger thing. Remember?
Right. The mobile charger. Yeah.
Mobile charger.
And not only that, I was on Sylvia's initial channel when she only had like 10 subs.
Yeah.
That's it. She had like 10 subscribers and you know, it was just, we would just have panels
Yeah,
of like several people, 5, 6 different people chatting it
we-
up about whatever.
we used to do sex talk.
Right. We would do that. And it's funny because people would be like, why this young dude on the panel with these old women talking about this and that? You know, it would be me, Sylvia, Randa. You know, Randa's a little younger, but you know, it would be a mix of us, all different ages and whatnot. But it was during the pandemic, and we all just, you know, we was all just kicking it, and we came across each other's feed because we started covering a celebrity's case and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I just wanted to say that you're doing a great job because you've elevated a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not to get off topic or nothing, but yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. And everybody in the chat was good. I haven't been on YouTube for about a couple weeks, but that's all I wanted to say.
I always called Dom my son. He was like my son. Now, nobody
Right. Right. Exactly.
Because him and Dallas is about the same age.
Yep. Me and Dallas, we close in age. We like a year or two apart.
Yeah.
Several years apart, but yeah.
How old are you now?
I don't know. I'm playing. I'm 33.
Oh, so
I just turned 33. Yeah. She's a little younger.
She's 26. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a little younger.
Yeah.
Randa's more my age.
No,
she's a little older.
Randa's in her 40s.
Yeah, she's a little older, but I'm saying I'm closer to that than 20s.
No, you're closer to Dallas.
Nah, I think Randa's like 41.
Yeah, but Dallas is 26. Sit closer to you in age.
So, okay, yeah, so by a couple years, yeah. She got me by a couple years. But yeah, I'm gonna watch some of your videos regarding this case. What was your I know he was guilty on all counts.
Yeah.
And did he get life or what was the
Thursday is the sentencing.
Sentence. Okay, cool. I'll do it. By then I'll come back and I'll see the evidence and, you know, give you my opinion on that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
All right, I'll let people come up and everybody in the chat, what's up? I'll pop down in the chat.
So
y'all
now
have a blessed night.
I can't bring up more than one person because then that's when makes it they can't hear.
Right. I think it'll throw it off. So yeah, probably just do one at a time. Plus you could give everybody's opinion on it or whatever. People don't be scared to hit the link. Y'all don't got to show y'all face. Just pop up, give y'all opinion on it, whether you agree or disagree or whatever, you know? Oh yeah, he's definitely going to get life. If you're convicted of murder, the R word, what was it? Arson, I think. And, oh yeah, you're getting life. 1000%. And what's interesting is the fact that they came and got him so many years later. I mean, I know DNA is very, far advanced nowadays, you know, because they can input it into a system and then it basically will, it'll be like a family tree.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then all they have to do is link you with that. And then they can say, okay, well, let's see who Sylvia's related to. Let's see who Dom's related to, and then if that one person or one or two of the family members, lived in the area at the time or knew this person, oh, you're cooked. You're cooked,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So, but yeah, y'all go ahead and donate too. Hit Sylvia's Cash App while you
Hit
at it. Hit the
or the
like button.
Venmo
It's
or
free.
the Zelle or Venmo.
Or the Zelle, yeah, or the Zelle or the PayPal, all that. Support, It's nothing but $5.
Oh, and
Give a
my
little couple
birthday's
dollars.
coming up Friday.
Oh,
Dumb.
for real? Okay. Hey,
Mom,
it's her 21st birthday. There you go.
yeah, my 19th birthday.
Her
But
19th.
you,
Well, see,
but look,
you gotta say
look,
21st because then you can buy alcohol at that point.
I don't want to buy alcohol.
I know, but
No,
that's the legal age though. That's what
I
really
don't want
makes
to
you
be
legal.
legal. I don't want to be legal.
Crazy, Sylvia. Y'all crazy. Yeah,
I
but
get mad
yeah,
when you
happy
come
early
to work.
birthday, Sylvia. Happy
Thank
early
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Mav Hawk, it's a I just got a different car. It's a glass roof. It's the full glass roof. It's not
Oh,
a
you got a new
moonroof.
car now? Not
Yeah,
that
yep. It's still a Tesla, but yeah. I gotta I
you
gotta stay with the I
you
gotta
got
stay
the
with
bread.
the
Yeah, he got the bread. He keep buying Teslas. Okay.
nah, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. I'm poor.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't use that word. We don't use that word over here. We say
Yeah,
delayed.
nah. Nah, I stay with the my favorite car is the Model S. The Model S is my favorite Tesla, but yeah. That's what I had before. Um But yeah, man, that's really sad just to see another. And then also too, what makes it difficult, just from looking on it from the outside in, like I said, I don't really know the specific facts of it yet or the
Mhm.
evidence. But what I think is really sad is that, and that's always going to be a thing, no matter if this was in the '90s, the 2000s, 2010s, or the 20s, is anytime you have, and I'm not trying to bring this up, but I'm just giving you guys context. You have a white woman that was murdered and this and that, and then you have a black guy. That's just automatically, it's just
Automatic,
gonna look a certain way, and I'm not saying,
automatically
because
guilty.
you can still, a black guy can still murder a white woman. I'm not discounting that or not saying that. I'm just saying, anytime like what happened with OJ, like anytime that there's that dynamic, it's gonna be, and then if you have all white jury or all black jury and then they don't convict, or then they convict the other way, it's always going to be like, well, that's why they did it, or this, they didn't follow the evidence, or and so it's just kind of sad that it played out like that, but if he did that, for sure, he needs to pay his he needs to serve life. I mean, that's, you can't do that to anybody. That's just sad, especially someone who, she was a law student and, things like that. Successful girl, she wasn't just out here running these streets doing whatever,
But I think her boyfriend did it. I think her boyfriend did it. I really do. He did it.
right, right. That's what I did here. I've been hearing that a lot,
I think he did
you
it.
know.
He had to. I mean, he had so much. He had bruises on his
Right. I
knuckles.
saw the hands. I saw those
Yeah.
hands. I said, man, that has to be, because you don't just get that. The first thing they'll do is obviously they'll look at your spouse, or, if you had a partner that you were, that you were cheating with, or whatever. But the anytime that someone was murdered, or there's always going to be a struggle. They always check the fingernails, because to see if she tried to scratch. That's anytime that someone's getting, killed or whatever. That's always what they'll do, is try to scratch, because that will leave the evidence, And so my thing is, if his hands were like that, that's not something that just happened at work. That's not something, you were, outside playing at the basketball court, or, you were at the gym. That's not something that happens. His hands were scraped up as if she was fighting back. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I said, it's just sad. I'll follow, I'm going to follow a little bit closer, and then I'll,
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Dom, that person cleaned up the house, locked the doors back. I mean, all of this stuff that somebody that knew the house, knew what was going on in the household.
right. Wow. See, that's just crazy. And so what happened with him? I don't really want to, but what happened with that guy, the boyfriend? What's going on with him?
Nothing. They put it on this guy here, and that's it.
And now, the boyfriend, was he white or black? He was a white guy, right?
White.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw the hands. They were white, yeah. Wow. See, and that's crazy. That's sad. Because if he's truly innocent, I mean, that's horrible. That is
And
horrible.
they never confirmed his alibi. They didn't confirm it. I'm talking about like his parents. They said he was living with his parents. You didn't. I mean, it's just a lot of bull.
Now, is he in Georgia? Was
Yeah.
this in Georgia? Okay,
Yeah.
so Atlanta area. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, not Atlanta area. Where the school is, Athens.
Oh, got you. Okay, so that's what, north, a little north of it, or
It's east, northeast of Atlanta.
okay. Wow, that's
Mhm.
sad, man. That really is. But yeah, I don't want to. He said he didn't want to see the destruction he caused. Wow,
That's what he said. Yep.
wow. He got away with murder. See, and you know what's crazy about that too is, let's say something comes out in 5 or 6 years, even 10, 20, 30 years from now, right? So let's say, because if 20 years from now, that means that it would had to be 40 years that she had been murdered, right? Because it was 23 years ago, right? From today, or
25.
this, around this time frame. So if in 20 years they
25.
find out, 25 years, if 20, let's say 20 years from now, that would be 45 years later, that, hey, it's actually, we found out that it's this guy, because you have a prosecutor that comes into the DA's office, or a new DA who's like, you know what, something's not right about this case. We want to you know what's sad about this? They can't retry it, because that's a couple things. They can't redo it because they already got this guy with murder. The only thing that they could do is 20 years later, or whatever, let's say they find out, hey, it's the boyfriend who did it. You just took away this guy's 20 years of his life in prison. You know, he'll get paid, but what is a couple $1,000,000 versus your whole life? That's one thing you cannot get back, is time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just unfortunate. You know, so I really hope that if he's truly innocent, I really hope that you know, that he's found, you know, something comes about to where he's actually vindicated, you know, after this, because that's horrible. I mean, that's just, it's really sad. You know, I mean, I really don't know what else to say to that, because it's, you know, especially being, you know, a black man and all of that. Like, I never want to see that happen, you know, and that's just the justice system these days, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy. No, Bailey,
So
please do not send Jalen back up here. Please do not send Jalen back up here.
around the court, meaning her boy. Wow. Crazy as hands ever. When he got the call, she passed away. So he punched his wall. That's not from no punch.
He said
Sexy
he punched
Brown.
the ball 30 times.
Yeah, that's not from no punch. No, that looks like scratches, like scratched up. You know, you go punch a wall and see what happens. Your knuckles will swell up. You know, your fist might be red and stuff like that. But you're not going to have no actual scratches from clawing on both of your hands. That's not going to happen.
It might swell up. Yeah.
Right. It'll definitely swell up, and you know, it'll be bruised up and things like that. You might even break a knuckle and stuff like that. But unbelievable. Yeah, that living a perfectly fine life now. Now, what are people's is it 50-50 as far as the general consensus, like the public? What are people saying? Like, do they think it's 50-50 or
not more of not guilty than it is, but the jurors was all 12 said guilty.
so they must have seen that evidence. And I mean, it's hard to, you know, it's hard for me to say, like, I have to be honest, because you know me, I'm in the law and all that. If 12 convict, it's kind of hard for me to say you're not guilty. You see what I'm saying? Because they're the ones seeing, you know, all of the evidence in their face. They're there daily at the trial. And
there was no evidence. It was no, we was at the trial.
wow.
What the jurors saw is what we saw. They didn't hide anything from us. They showed the jury, what the jury saw is what we saw.
Wow. Right. I believe now, Disaster 7 said it's sad because the ACC police were looking for a fall guy after botching the investigation back in 2001 and going after / convicting Melton after letting him walk 25 years ago was a non-starter for them. That's what's also sad too, because you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the case that just happened, the Karen Reed thing. You know how the cop, they said that she did it or whatever, and all of the evidence had came out that they only convicted her on certain things, but it was like the murder charge, they had vindicated her of that. And that's kind of what happens, because the police had botched the investigation. They were doing all sorts of slimy, inconsistent things, and you can't do that in an investigation. Even, let's say, even if she did do that, or even if he did do that, you still can't try to plant evidence on this person, because at that point you ruin the whole investigation. You ruin the whole investigation, even if they actually committed this crime and you still said, you know what, let me just edit this real quick, let me try to slide this in there, because then you have no credibility at that point, especially as police officers or investigators. You can't do that.
Wait a minute, 90% on Mel said guilty. I thought it was not guilty, Adrian. Andrew.
Okay, 90%. Okay,
I thought
so
it was
yeah,
90% not guilty. You put guilty. Oh, she said not
wow,
guilty. She said not guilty. She said
not
sorry.
guilty. Okay,
She said
wow,
not guilty.
wow, yeah, that's, and like you said, I see Exo Nicole said racist. Athens. I mean, I don't know that area in particular, but I know there's a lot of those areas in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And so I could believe that. That's definitely believable.
Danny, I don't want to hear nothing from you, because if you can't come up here, don't put nothing in the chat about any guilt. Don't put nothing in the chat, Danny. Danny's being a punk and scared to come up here.
Right. Excellent, Nicole. Yeah. Time you can't get back. I was just having this conversation with my buddy the other day. I was like, no matter the amount of money, you cannot get time back. That's the one thing. Let's say you lose $20,000 today. You can get that back tomorrow, in a week, 5 weeks, a year from now. You can get that 20K. But when you burn 5 years, you can't get that back.
Sure can't.
So that's sad, especially being locked up. I mean, that's horrible living conditions,
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just wanted to come on briefly and just, say that and chime in real quick. I'm gonna definitely be following along now. And you said it's Thursday. Please watch the case now. Yeah, I will. Jamaria Lene, I got you. I'm gonna watch the case. I'm really gonna pay attention to the actual evidence and whatnot. And for the verdict, for the sentencing, I'll be back, to give more of my specific, I can give more details on how I feel, because I'll have a more understanding of it.
Well,
So
I'm sick of it. I'm going back to my Cecil talk.
crazy.
I got my Cecil calls in, so I'm going back to Cecil calls in, okay? Because at least Cecil admitted his crime. He didn't say he did it.
Oh, wait. So what's going on? Well, never mind. I'll leave it at that, because it's
What? Which one, Cecil?
Yeah, but you have this title for this particular, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin that live.
Jalen said, too late, case is over. That's what Jalen said.
There was a terrific, yeah.
Everybody said, let's go to Cecil, because this here kind of getting on their nerve. This here makes you angry. At least we can have some at least we know Cecil did what he did. And we can't really fight that. We know Cecil did it.
Yeah, if you know you're guilty, you should never even take it to trial. I'm gonna just be honest with you. No matter what the situation is, because especially when they have concrete evidence or substantial evidence on you, it's like you might as well just go on ahead and take a plea. I mean, you did it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. It could be anything small to big. I mean, you know. Um, Also, I can tell Sylvia that you have a lot of new people
Yeah,
following
I
this.
got new folks. This is a lot of them is from Cupcake, from Melanie to Attorney Melanie Little. A lot of her people came on and joined and became subscriber. In fact, I got over 300 new subscribers in one day.
There you go. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Woo!
That's awesome.
See,
You got to keep putting the work, and you know what's happening too is you're gaining a new audience, Sylvia.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're covering different, you're expanding, you're covering different trials. Like this one particular, like I said, I saw this on Court TV come across my feed, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. You know, and it kind of just out of the blue popped up, and it's a high profile case, but it's not a celebrity. You know, and so that's what you're great at. You know, that's what you're really good at, is covering these types of cases. Not necessarily just a celebrity. You know, you've covered celebrities and whatnot, but you're really good at covering and exposing the truth. Because you know, when you're in the courtroom, or you know, you're reading the paperwork, or you're gonna attract a lot of people that are very interested in these cases.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's what you got to do. Just keep building on that. You know, keep doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. 300 in a day. I mean, that's what I have. I have
Yeah.
like 350 or something. You know, I don't really post nothing, but
Yeah. The reason why I'm shouting Melanie out, because when she sent all her people over, I know, yes, Kat did a lot of work. Kat did some awesome work, but Kat's been around for a while. But Melanie sent all her folks, and I even met them in person, Dom. I met some
yeah,
people in person at the
she's dope. Melanie's dope. The attorney lady, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I follow her, Melanie Little or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's dope. I followed her for some time now. You know,
What
and
I
I
like
think
about her, she don't hold back. That's what I like about her. She's like blunt. That's the New Yorker in her. Like me, I told her we could match. So shout out to the cupcakes in the house.
she's really good at her job for sure. And that's what makes it more that's what I like about you know, that's what I love about the about her channel, or even just lawyers in general. I've also followed a couple other attorneys that I just love to hear their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because they're lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
They you know, they've passed the bar. You know, they've covered you know, they've had actual cases in trial, um, and things
Well,
like that. So they have a different perspective, and they're more credible than just someone giving their opinion. You know, their
well,
opinion holds a little more weight, if you will.
exactly. Well, let me tell you guys. You guys get prepared. I got another cold case, and it's going to be Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams going to do it together.
Really?
Yes.
Adams, who was covering YSL, right?
YSL, yes, and
That's
Mr.
dope.
Steele, and it's a cold case. So we are going to be here for that, y'all. We're going to be rallying up to try to find out what's going on. It's going to be Mr. Steele and Mr. Adam. So we got to give y'all the 411 so we can catch it from the beginning till the end. And
That's dope.
this time, I'm not gonna have a judge telling me what to do, because this judge here is cool with me. I already got my Rule 22 on hers.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
what is the person on trial's name, or the victim's
His name is Billy. The guy name is Billy Joe Cook.
Okay.
Billy Joe Cook. It's supposedly he unalived his girlfriend. He was an order of protection against him, and he supposedly was out of town. She got unalive, was dumped in the river, and they said that he did it. But Mr. Steele got the case. He doesn't believe he did it. So if Mr. Steele got it, uh-oh.
Right. Oh, when you got Steele, you're in good hands. I can promise you that. You're definitely in good hands, rocking with Mr. Steele.
Well, let me
That
tell
is a
you
hell
what
of an
happened.
attorney right there. Even
Steele,
Adams is awesome too.
let me tell you, Mr. Steele got this man a bond for murder. He still got a bond. Everybody else who has cold cases don't get bond. Mr. Still
That's
got him a bond.
crazy.
But
Now
then he
is
turned
this
around.
first degree or second degree?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know what the degree is. But anyway, listen to this. Listen to this. He got him a bond. Then the fool turned around and lose his bond because he had a gun. They caught him with a gun. Somebody tried to
See,
rob him.
and see
Yeah.
now in that instance, it's like, come on, dude. You on bond. You shouldn't have that weapon. But you can't tell people, I don't know his situation, so I can't
They
judge
tried to
another
rob him.
man.
They came in his house and tried to rob him.
Right. So you got to protect yourself. I,
Yeah,
I
but
can't.
he didn't shoot. It's just that they saw the ammunition inside the house. He's not supposed to have any
Right.
of that
And
stuff.
they see you're not supposed to be around any.
No.
Look, I was dying laughing because I seen Woody, YSL Woody. He was doing an interview on Vlad,
Mhm.
and they were talking about they're talking about the clip was saying basically he was like, do you carry weapons or things like that, something along those lines, and Woody was like, he said, hey, all I know, he said, I'm protected by God. He said, I'm protected by God. I don't need no weapons. He said, I do know if you come around, I be talking. I do know if you come around me. He said, all you're going to hear is a boom, boom, boom. He said, and I don't recall. I was like, yo, he's crazy. He was like, I don't recall. I was like, I had to comment on that. I was like, yo, that's funny. He's crazy, man. I was like, yeah, you better not mess with that dude. Especially with people who's high vibration, and good positivity, that preach positivity. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's the type of stuff that people that I believe should be free. People who learn from their mistakes. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they're trying to do better in life and teach better in life and whatnot.
Yeah. 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 Yep. You're right. What are you drinking?
So yeah, I thought just water. Sylvia, I don't drink nothing else but water. I've been for
Okay.
the last 2 years now. All I drink is coconut water or just alkaline water. I drink no other
Okay.
type of beverage except that. Occasionally, on occasion, I'll have a Sprite. You know what I'm saying? But other
Yeah.
than that, yeah, I just drink water. It's essential water. I don't know if you can see that. It's just basic.
Boy, okay. Okay.
Hmm. Yep.
I
But
heard the judge's
yeah.
husband is in the Senate and legislation of Georgia, where they created the new Baker Coleman Act. What? Y'all hearing a lot of stuff. Y'all,
Judge's
please
husband.
don't put stuff that's not the truth in here, because I ain't trying to get in trouble by nobody. Please.
Wait, hold on. The judge's husband is in the Senate or legislature of Georgia where they created that new Baker Coleman Act. Now, no word salad. I have a couple questions for you. One is, where did you hear that from? And then two, um, what exactly is that Coleman Act? What exactly does that law state? Like, what is it for? What is the
Cold
specifics of
cases.
it? Just go into detail.
It's for cold cases.
Okay.
Where if you can't find, if they have no leads or anything like that, they tried several things and they said it has to be a family member or something like that, and that's how they qualify for it. Yeah, it's
Hold on. CMT Success 2020 said, um, CMT, did you see what I said about making what Dom just said into a short? That's a great testimonial. Success 2020, can you retype that in the chat, please? What you said?
oh, shout out to Mel. Oh, Attorney Mel just sent me a cash out. Whoop whoop.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Mel. Whoop
That's a
whoop. She
blessing. Look, see, you know what I was gonna say
thank you,
before
Mel.
before we kind of started talking about another topic was have you thought about, just because now you've gained a relationship with her, um why don't you guys hop on a live together?
We
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
going to her live. I'm gonna go get
That
on
would be
her.
awesome. And then you could put your channel up, whatever. And I think that would be a great idea because then you got to think. She's going to have your audience, you're going to have her audience, and you guys are going to commingle it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
how you build. A lot of YouTubers, that's how you grow, is by, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Co-create. You know what I'm saying? Or, just both being on the panel, and then sometimes if the chemistry is great, some people will do, once a week or, every Monday or, whatever. But that's how you expand and grow an audience,
Yeah. I'm going
you
over
know?
there to her. I'm going over there to her channel as soon as she opens up for the stream. I'm gonna go over
Okay.
there and talk
Yeah,
about.
you definitely should.
Yeah, I'm
Because you
gonna
have a
talk.
good perspective, you know? I've been subscribed to her for a while now. Like I can literally, my right hand to God, I could literally, if I could share the screen, I could show you. I've been on her channel for some time now. Um, I like I said, I think she brings a great perspective.
And
You know.
I love the strength that she has. She's not playing. She
Hmm.
oh, let me shout out the people who send me cash app. Hold on a second.
Yeah, do your thing.
Gloria. Okay, hold on. Shout out to to Gloria. Thank you, Gloria, for the cash app. Thank you, Kenya, for the cash app. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you. And of course, thank you, Mel, for the cash app. I gotta play their music. Hold on.
Sylvia, not to cut you off, 1 second. Are you speaking of attorney Mel or I'm not a lawyer but? Because I'm not a lawyer but her name is Mel as well.
No, attorney
Got
Melanie.
you. Mel Little. Okay, got you. Excuse me, because I just saw someone in the chat, Sexy Brown, I think it was. I watch her channel as well. I think she's awesome. And she's not an attorney, but she covers a lot of the cases as well.
You're
I didn't mean
talking
this,
about
I didn't mean to
attorney.
say.
No, I was talking about attorney Melanie
Got
Little.
you. Okay. Okay, Little. Okay. I thought
That's what
so.
you was talking about too, right?
Yeah, yeah, yep. That's what I was talking about.
That's what I was talking about.
Hmm. Yeah, I just happened to see someone's comment saying that I'm not a lawyer, but so I was
No, I
curious.
know Mel too, but that's not the Mel we're talking about.
Right. We're on the same page.
Sorry about that.
So much money. Hey, you gotta do your thing. You gotta play it on your channel.
Hey, that's right. We all have our
Anytime
own
you get
little
some
thing.
bread.
Every time I get some bread, I'm gonna play that music.
Hmm.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. And
Yeah,
the funny thing,
I'm gonna send you something too.
yeah, Melanie's birthday was last Friday. My birthday is this Friday. Isn't that kind of awesome?
Wow.
Our
So
birthday's
a week apart.
a week apart. We're February babies, but she's an Aquarius. I'm a Pisces.
Right, right. Yeah, right at that cutoff. I'm a Sagittarius. We the best.
Oh Lord, there we go.
We the best.
Oh, here we go.
Um, yeah, no. Okay, I think what you said. Um, uh, no word salad. I haven't seen your response yet. Where exactly did you hear that at? How did you find out that allegedly the judge's
Wait a
husband
minute.
is in the Senate or
Wait a minute.
legislature?
Birthday Friday too. Hey twin. Hey twin.
Happy birthday, T Goldie.
T Goldie's a twin. That's my twin right there. T Goldie's my
Jody, it
twin.
covers rules to reopen cold cases, money to fund those. See, I love that. I'm not gonna lie, I love that reopening cold cases. And I watch a lot of body cam footage
Yeah.
nowadays, Sylvia, because
Yeah.
they're covered all over YouTube. And then there's different types of pages as well that they'll have the body cam that are they'll use body cam footage that's from serious like murders or excuse me, murders and
You
stuff like
breaking up.
that.
Your thing is breaking up. We can't hear
It's
you
cutting
too
out.
well. You
It's
sound like
cutting
you're
out.
breaking. I can hear you, but you're just breaking.
Hold on 1 second. Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, I'll probably just have to go get the phone. Uh, I need a new battery. I have an iPhone 15 Pro, and the battery is like it overheats, so I have to take it into Apple and get it swapped out. I just haven't had time, and so that's why it kind of, just be tweaking out out sometimes. But like I said, I follow a lot of these YouTube cold body cams, and recently I saw one that this guy, this older, or no, was it a guy or a lady? I can't remember, but it was an older person that was in there. Oh, it was a lady. She had to be maybe in her 60s, I would say, and she's sitting outside with her neighbor, and they're just talking and stuff, right? Her and her neighbor are just talking, and then a cop car pulls up, and the body cam is rolling, and they're like, hey, we're looking for such and such. Of course they know who she is because they have at that point they have a picture of her and all the things like that. And her neighbor, she sits there and gives her a joke, and she said, ha ha, ha. She was like, they must be here for you, and then they made a joke, right? And then the police was like, no, we're seriously here for you, and it was because she, I guess, unalived somebody 20 years ago. And arrested her right there.
No. She kidnapped her daughter. Remember? That was the kidnap. That was the kidnap her daughter one. That was the one in Florida. She kidnapped her daughter.
Okay, I can't remember what it was, but yeah, stop. Wow, that's insane. So my point being was that I love the fact that they're opening cold cases because there's so many. You know what I'm saying? There's so many cold cases out there, and that's not fair for the victims and their families. It's not just the victim. So many people are affected by someone, getting unalived, whether it's their family or, their coworkers, their friends, their spouse, all of that, and it's sad that people don't think about that,
Yeah, your phone is messing up because it's just really look. Daddy laughing at you. Your phone is messing up. Look at them. Your phone is messing up. They're all like trying to figure out what the heck you talking about because it's how you going in and out. Did y'all hear him well? Oh goodness, Dom is always having phone issues, y'all. Where did he go? Where did he go? He's still here. Dom. You see that little black mark right there? He's still there. All right. Shout out to Love Lady. Thank you so much, Love Lady, for all your super chat. I appreciate you. And thank you, Jalen. And also thank you, Britt. Bert Happens. Thank you, Crime Junkie. Thank you, Miss Torres. Thank you guys for your super chat and your chat stickers. Danny, call in and get out of contempt. Danny's faking. You know that Danny does not. I wonder who Danny is. Danny's probably somebody who changed their name and act like they somebody else. I guarantee you. Mr. Frost is innocent. So Mr. Frost is innocent. So hurtful for this verdict. Yeah, it is very hurtful. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I got to do better with thanking you guys for your support. Please pray for Mr. Frost and his family. Definitely, Pamela. Hey, Pamela, I got y'all favorite. Do y'all want to listen to your man's call tonight? Do y'all want to listen to your man's call tonight? I can stay up late tonight. I don't have to go to court early in the morning. I do have to do prayer in the morning, but I can go back to sleep. I don't have to go to court. What? CMT? You still up? CMT, what are you doing up? It's 11 o'clock. CMT is up, y'all. CMT is up. Jackson, you in the chat. Jackson, Jalen, y'all want to sit here and listen to your man call? Evidence Pro last tweet about false. Evidence Pro is on on X. Let me go see. Evidence Pro. Okay, hold on. They will be looking into his case. Ooh, Evidence Pro will be looking into his case. Hold on. Thank you, Joel, for the Oh, thank you. Roselle, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate you. Y'all showing me some love tonight. Thank you. I'm going to bed. Thumbnail heading to D&D. Evidence Pro. You said Evidence Pro? Okay, hold on. Let me go look at them. Hold on. Evidence Pro. Evidence Pro? Pro. Hold on a second. I don't see them. Send you some Cash App. You know what, Danny? You need to send me some Cash App. Evidence Pro. Oh, okay, it's a pro. Okay, professional, right? Okay, Colin Miller. Is his name Colin Miller? He is Associate Dean and Professor of... Here come Dom. Dom back.
I'm about to when I stop, I'm gonna send you over something.
Oh, thank you. Listen. Okay, this is what he said. Oh, thank you, Junkie. Crime Junkie. It says, based on the overwhelming response from all of you, I've reached out to Edrick, Frost's attorney, to offer pro bono assistance. Time to do a deep dive into the evidence and ruling in the event they think that we can help. Wow.
Who is this now? Who's covering this?
Wow. This is oh, I need to follow him. Thank you. I need to follow him. Oh, definitely. Wow. He's the Associate Dean and Professor of University of Law. Where is it set? South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. University of Law.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Thank you, John.
And I think anytime that you have 5 sets of eyes versus 1 or 2, I mean, you're always in hands, because that's when someone can see something that another one doesn't see, or one can bring their expertise that another one can do or see. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that's amazing. Because I like it. Like, I mean, just based on what I'm hearing, it seems like this guy could potentially truly be innocent. You feel me? And I just, that bothers, especially as a man, that's horrible.
He's over undisclosed.
And then also I wanted to say,
he's over undisclosed
USC
podcast.
Law School. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check him out. Undisclosed podcast. And he's in my neck of the woods. You said USC Law School, so he's out here.
I thought he was in South Carolina. No, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. But he went to USC, or USC, the one that's in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Okay. Either way, that's still awesome. You know what I'm saying? Because he needs that.
Looking forward to watching you cover many more trials that needs attention, and hopefully one day I can watch you cover Justice for Frost.
Evidence profess. Let me.
Yes.
Sylvia, quick question.
Look, gosh, there go Danny Hayes saying, "Who's playing with the air?"
Gloria Smith, you have a great evening. Well, I'm gonna have to go. I have to be at the driver's license DMV department tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. I lost all my credit cards. Look, 2 days ago, same thing happened, because I have on the back of my my phone, I have the magnet, you know, where you have the your license and the man, I couldn't find it. And I had dropped it at a restaurant I was eating at in the parking lot, right, Sylvia? And I always park away from people, you know, because of my nice car.
Mhm.
And I was like stressing out. The next day I go back, Sylvia, and keep in mind, I'm in the back of the parking lot, right? Or, you
Mhm.
know, kind of away. Someone went and gave, I had my cards and all my cards, everything. Someone went and gave my card and my whole wallet to the front desk. And I said, there's still good people out here. You know what I'm saying? They could have easily just, you know what? I don't
I
know
would
who
have
this
been
is.
that
Just,
type. I would have been that type to give it in too, because I would hate that to happen to me. So I always try to
yeah.
do this
And
right.
it's not even about, the biggest part of it all is the inconvenience. You understand what I'm saying? I have to go to the DMV, get a new license. I have to order another card, another credit card, another debit card, all this stuff. That's super inconvenient, you know. And for someone to say, you know what, let me walk all the way around to the front of this restaurant, I thought, man, there's still good people out here, you know. So I know that is Gloria. Every time you're on, you are getting a portion or losing. Success 2020. Hey, relax now.
Oh,
Stall
look
me
at
out.
y'all. Y'all so sweet. I would love to call in and say something about I am brand new, so not sure how it works. Okay,
Oh,
I can put
oh,
my phone number or I can
or the link. Yeah, just hit the link.
okay.
Andrea Wilson. All you would have to do is she'll post the link here, and then you just click that link and you can pop up. You don't have to necessarily show your face. I mean, of course, that's better because then we can see who we're talking to, you know, but if you don't feel comfortable, just hit the link and you know, with the screen, the face not on, and you know, just give your whatever you have to say. You know, that's awesome that you wanted to give or that you donated, you know, 40-50 bucks.
Thank you
You know,
so
because times is hard right now for a lot of it's times is hard for a lot of people, you know, and so that's very appreciated. I'm sure Sylvia really appreciates that,
Oh, I
you know.
definitely do appreciate it. You guys have been blessing me. Y'all making me feel like it's my birthday already.
You an early birthday.
Early birthday. Thank you guys. I got big stupid Kool-Aid smile on my face. Thank you. I thought I wasn't loved before, but I feel loved. The cupcakes loves me. Should I wait? No, come on up. She said, should I wait to finish done talking? No, come on up. I'm gonna put the link back in again. Andrea. There go. Dom, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your phone? It's two of you.
No,
You
the reason why it's gonna drop in a second. The reason why I redid it was because I
okay,
was only
Andrea's calling me.
on
Andrea's
my
calling me.
end. Yeah,
Andrea's
okay, go
calling me.
ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead. I'll mute.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for the gift.
You're very welcome. I've got you muted, so I'm just waving. It's weird to see you, but not hear you through my TV.
Oh, it's gonna be like delay if you do it from the TV.
So I hope this comes out right and I don't sound like an idiot. But
Okay.
This trial has really opened my eyes to racism.
Mhm.
I come from a really small place in Missouri.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And stop!
so-
don't look at me on the TV. Just talk.
We
to
can
the
hear you.
phone.
We can hear you.
So I'm not ignorant to know that it doesn't exist,
Mhm.
but maybe I just like to like pretend it doesn't. But this trial has really opened my eyes and my heart, and I mean, there's just no denying what happened, and I'm blown away that the fact that could happen.
It's hurtful. It's hurtful. You feeling the way I felt when I first got on today.
Dude, I've cried all day. I went to dinner at my daughter's and I couldn't even eat. And she's like, why are you letting something affect you so bad about somebody you don't even know? And I was like, you don't understand. I watched it from day one, every single day live, the whole time through Melanie Little's channel. And I just was in disbelief.
Yeah.
is like the only word I can come up with.
Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible.
So I just want to tell you I love you, and I love your
too.
energy.
Thank
And
you.
I don't know, there's just something about your energy that made me at least get through this day a little bit better. And I don't know, I just think you're a really great human. You can just tell.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it.
I hope you guys have a good evening.
You too. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate
All
you.
right.
All right.
Nice
Bye.
meeting you.
Yay, Andrea. Woo!
See, and you notice how that was amazing. You know that, and see, people are affected by people they don't even know. You know, and see how the daughter didn't know, but it's not even about that. It's because it's really sad.
Yeah.
You know, it can affect just someone that doesn't even know. And not only that, she said that she came from she's been following it on Melanie Little's channel. You see, and so that's you've gained that's like we were talking about earlier, you've gained a wider audience now, based on you covering this trial. And you know, and
Pick
she
up
said she's from
Mel.
a
Thank
small
you
city in Missouri.
Pick up Mel.
There you go. How's it going, Mel?
Melody. I'm gonna put the link in. Come on up, Mel.
Yeah, come up, say
At least for
something.
5 minutes. At least 5 seconds, 5 minutes. Come on, Mel. Mel, I gotta come over there.
One second. I'm about to
You probably gonna have to leave when Mel come because you may not be able to hear.
yeah, just let me know. I'm just I went to go grab something real quick, and then I'm gonna I want to get this taken care of real quick.
Yeah, they come. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. I was gonna tell you everything when I go get on Mel's thing. I was gonna tell you, family is doing a victim impact statement. There's gonna be 3 people from the family gonna give an impact statement because I heard the victim advocacy person ask the family because they were gonna bring it up then, but then they said no. The judge wanted it on Thursday, and I was gonna tell you everything on Mel's channel of everything that happened, you know.
Enter your card amount and touch done. 5-0. If you have the shopper's card, scan it and
We hear everything on your phone, on your card.
enter the number of bags.
Oh, I wasn't muted. My bad.
But guys, I'm about to go to bed because I'm not bed. I gotta do Cecil's call. My Cecil call people wants to hear these Cecil calls, so we're gonna have to do Cecil call. We need a direct their comment to Chris Melton when they make the statement. Hey Mel, okay, thank you. Save it for then, all good. The sister she's only going to talk about charges like bond hearing. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to go because we're gonna go ahead on. I gotta download Cecil's calls and have it up. All right. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for me. I'm staying up and waiting. Okay. You're welcome. All right. I'm going to go ahead on because, I got to download the Cecil calls and then come back.
My bad. I just sent you something, Sylvia. But this is the stuff I be drinking, y'all. Right here. Daily. Right here. Pressed coconut water. You feel me? And you guys want to see my alma mater?
Thank you, Dom.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right here. Y'all see that? You feel me? But yeah. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
All righty. Yeah, so but yeah, have a great night, Sylvia. I just want to chime in real quick, and I will like I said, I'm gonna follow the case, and more closely. That way I can I can have more to say
Okay.
and to be specific. And so you're going to be covering it on Thursday, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday? At what time? What time is his sentencing?
It's at 3 o'clock Thursday,
3 p.m. Eastern or
Eastern time. And
Eastern? Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna just I'll probably get in the chat in Melanie in chat and do it from in there.
Go from there. Okay.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna be sure to pay attention for sure. I'm definitely gonna pay attention. But yeah, you guys have a great night. Stay
Thank you.
blessed.
All righty.
And make sure y'all hit on the way out, hit the like button for Sylvia.
Yeah.
It's free. It only takes to
5 seconds.
hit your finger. That's it. Or if you're on the computer or whatever, just click it. That's it. And if you can, donate something, for all the great work that she does,
Thank you.
and brings all the entertainment, I guess, if you will, but also this is also bringing awareness to the general public, regarding cases like this, because it is truly real. And you don't necessarily have to be out of Georgia. I mean, you just saw Andrea come up, and she's from a small town in Missouri, and she's affected by it, and so it's really just, it's unfortunate that still goes on in 2026. So, but yep, you have a great night, Sylvia. Good night, everyone.
Thank you,
Take
Crime
care.
Junkie. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go check it out, that channel too. All right, bye. Bye everybody. Good night. Love y'all. See you later. Bye.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me. We laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in